A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A+ English.
Hi everybody and welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we're going to talk about a small country called Tuvalu, but we're not going to talk about what you can see there or what you can do there, because to be honest, you may not be able to see and do these things there for a lot longer. Bad stuff is happening to Tuvalu, but the people who live there are taking a kind of a different approach to making people aware of the problems. Before we get into that, let's warm up by asking, what problems might climate change cause? Talk about them.
Climate change can cause a lot of problems.
Just a bit, yes.
Right, like rising sea levels.
Yeah, we're all going to be underwater.
Heat waves.
We're all going to burn before we drown.
Right, and extreme weather.
Yeah, we're all going to get pushed over by earthquakes and typhoons before we burn and then drown.
Yeah, it's either going to be too hot, too cold, or too much rain.
Exactly. So it's not a lot of fun. Let's all do something about climate change, as if we needed to hammer home that message. Yeah, and it also means there's not going to be enough water, so countries are going to start fighting over who gets the water and all of that sort of stuff. So maybe we'll all kill each other before the planet does. It's pretty much a neck and neck race. That's kind of grim. It's not a very happy outlook, so let's do something about it. Tuvalu's doing something about it, but what? Let's find out.
Tuvalu may become a digital country if sea levels keep rising. Warm-up question. What problems might climate change cause? Talk about them.
Tuvalu is an island country in the Pacific Ocean. Its 9 islands are threatened by rising sea levels. These are caused by climate change. It's believed that Tuvalu will be underwater by 2100. Because of this, Tuvalu is entering the metaverse. It will become a digital country that might one day only be found online. Entering the metaverse will help the people of Tuvalu preserve their culture. Also, it will let people see the beautiful islands in the digital world. Finally, it could let Tuvalu stay a country even after its land is gone. Tuvalu's plan made the news all over the world. This showed people the problems that Tuvalu is facing. Everyone around the world must work hard to fight climate change.
So you might have started by saying, Tuvalu? Where's that? What's that? Is that even real?
Right, where is this country?
Well, yes, it is real. We learned Tuvalu is an island country in the Pacific Ocean.
所以刚刚 Pat 说的 Tuvalu 就是吐瓦鲁。那吐瓦鲁这个国家呢，在太平洋当中。太平洋呢，我们说是 the Pacific Ocean. So it's an island country. But what does island mean? Island 这个字的意思，我们来看一下咯。Island 这个名词呢，代表岛或岛屿，然后注意哦，里面的 s 是不发音的，好，所以我们念作 island。And island country 指的就是岛屿国家，像是台湾就是一个，那吐瓦鲁也是，还有像是 Singapore 新加坡、the UK 英国或是 New Zealand， 他们都是岛屿国家。那单字例句给的是呢 ，Japan has 5 large islands and many smaller ones in the sea around them。日本有5座大型的岛屿，那近海呢还有很多小型的岛。
Yeah, then there's Ireland, which is an island.
Right.
Different spellings, but the country of Ireland is an island. There are a few more island countries like Iceland that's dotted around there, the Faroe Islands. There are actually maybe more than you might think of. Madagascar.
Yeah, the Philippines.
Yeah, the island of Malta, the island of Cyprus, both in the Mediterranean. But Tuvalu is another one of these island countries, but maybe not for long, because we read its 9 islands are threatened by rising sea levels.
OK， 那我们在这句看到被动语态的用法哦。被动语态复习一下 ，be 动词加上动词的第3态，那就是过去分词。像是我们可以说 The ham was eaten by my cat， 代表火腿被我的猫吃了。或者是呢 The TV was turned off by my mom， 电视被我妈妈关起来了。
Exactly. We're putting more emphasis on the action than the subject. So we could say rising sea levels threaten the 9 islands of Tuvalu. That's the active voice version. Here's another passive one. The house was built in 1985. Now in there, we don't know who did it. We don't need to know who did it. The important thing is when and it was built. So with passive voice, we often get rid of the people doing the action altogether.
是的，在被动态当中强调的是那个动作。那这边呢，课文讲到的是 are threatened 被威胁 ，threaten 这个动词代表就是威胁到或是危及。
We could also say these animals are threatened by hunters and human activities such as building.
那接下来呢，我们还看到 sea levels 就是海平面。
Yeah, sea is going up, it's getting higher. Sea levels rise when the ice at the North and South poles melt. And all of these problems, rising sea levels, that kind of thing we see in the article, these are caused by climate change. And there's another passive sentence, are caused by.
是的，这边又有一个被动态。那这边看到的是 climate change， 我们刚好提到的气候变迁，所以气候变迁 causes 造成海平面上升。
Okay, and it's pretty serious in the case of Tuvalu. We read that it's believed that Tuvalu will be underwater by 2100 or 2100, however you want to say that date, the end of this century.
It's believed that 是据信，就是人们都相信，所以像是我们还可以说 It's believed that this old house is haunted by ghosts。据信就是人们都说，人们都相信这间房子是鬼屋。那还有一个用法是 It's said that 那就是据说。那这边我们先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解喽。
Magic Box。Hello， 大家好，我是艾赛。我们有时候呢跟别人聊天，听到据信点点点，像是呢据信那间房子闹鬼，但是英文要怎么说呢？今天的这个 Magic Box 呢就来教给大家喽。其实蛮简单的相信呢这个动词据信里面的这个信，其实指的就是相信。那这个动词呢就是 believe。好，那据信其实我们把它白话一点，就是被点点点相信的意思嘛。那句型呢其实就会是 It is believed that。那这边的这个 is 大家要特别注意一下，它是一个虚主词。真正的这个主词呢是后面的这个 that 所引导的这个名词子句哦。那这边的这个 is believed 它是一个被动式哦。那我们来造一个例句式看看啊，像是呢 It's believed that exercising regularly is good for our health。句型呢就是规律的运动呢对我们的健康是有益的哦。那这个句型呢，其实我们也可以把它替换成就是这个不定词的结构哦。那它其实变化之后呢，就会是主词加上一个 be 动词加上一个 believed， 后面呢我们再加上一个不定词 to 加原形动词。那在这个句型中的这个主词呢，其实就是我们刚刚原本那个 that 子句中的这个主词哦。那这个不定词的这个动词呢，则是 that 子句中里面的主要动词。所以其实刚刚前面的那个例句呢，我也可以把它改写成哦。It is believed that exercising regularly is good for our health。这句话呢就会变成 Exercising regularly is believed to be good for our health。是不是很简单呢？好啦，那今天这个 Magic Box 我们就到这边了，大家要多多练习这个句型。我们下次见，拜拜。
所以我们说到呢，到了2100年的时候，整个吐瓦鲁都会在 underwater，也就是水下的或是水中的。
Yeah, we could say, for example, scuba diving is an underwater activity. Basically, it means the sea will get so high, there's no land left.
所以课文说到啊，据信吐瓦鲁到2100年的时候会在海面下 ，so the whole country will disappear then, right?
That's what they're thinking. So because of this, we read in the article, because of this rising sea level problem, Tuvalu is entering the metaverse.
Metaverse，元宇宙，那就是指虚拟的网络世界。
Yeah, this is a kind of complicated idea. We could almost write a whole article about it, but it's basically the internet and the web as a virtual world, not just one that's flat on our screens. It's one that you could go into and experience. So the article says it, Tuvalu, will become a digital country that might one day only be found online.Digital
这个形容词呢是数位的，所以我们说到吐瓦鲁，它会变成一个数位的国家 ，a digital country in metaverse.
Yeah. When we talk about digital, we mean it's something that's online, it's on a computer, it uses a particular code. Digital money is like when you use Line Pay or Apple Pay to make a payment, that kind of thing.And
we see that the country might be only found online. 那 online 这个字怎么用呢 ？Let's find out.Online 这个字呢，在课文里头当的是副词的用法哦，代表的是在网上或者从网路。那用来修饰动词，像是呢，我们可以说 I ordered a dress online， 代表我在线上呢订购了一件洋装，或者是The graduation ceremony was held online this year. 今年的毕业典礼在线上举行。那当然 ，online 也可以当做 adjective 形容词来使用，代表线上的，像是呢 an online advertisement 线上的广告 ，online dictionary 线上的字典。那单字例句给的是呢 My sister sells different types of clothes online. People order them and she sends the clothes to them. 我妹妹在网上贩售不同种类的衣服，大家订购衣服，然后她再寄给他们。
So I could say I do a lot of my banking online because it's more convenient. We can do taxes online. And in fact, we could have been doing this for a while now. We're in May.
Yes, and we can do a lot of shopping online.
That's right.
是的。
So why is Tuvalu doing this? Well, the article says entering the metaverse will help the people of Tuvalu preserve their culture.
我们这边看到一个很重要的动词哦，是 preserve， 什么意思呢 ？Let's take a look.Preserve 这个动词呢，代表保护或是维护，所以课文说到的 preserve their culture， 那就是保存维护他们的文化。那另外呢，我们还可以保存维护像是老房子或是建筑物 ，preserve an old house or building。We can also preserve food， 我们也可以保存食物。那再来呢 ，you can also preserve your memories through photography， 你也可以借由摄影来保存你的回忆记忆。那单字例句给的是呢 ，People are trying to preserve the old houses around town， 大家努力要维护城镇周遭的老旧房子。
Here's another example. We should do our best to preserve many kinds of plants and animals for the future.
OK， 那我们说到呢，进到 Metaverse 元宇宙里头，可以帮助吐瓦鲁的人民保存他们的文化。
Right, all the beliefs, all the things that people do, the traditions, they'll still be there. People can learn about them. People who used to live in Tuvalu can still kind of take part in those cultural activities. We also see in the article, also, it will let people see the beautiful islands in the digital world.
Beautiful 这个形容词，相信大家都很熟悉。那至于怎么样好好的使用它，我们来看一下吧。Beautiful 这个形容词呢是美丽的，那形容人漂亮美丽，你可以用到这个字，或者是像 pretty。或是 gorgeous， 那这些字多半是形容女生。那形容男生的话，你要说他帅气，你可以用 handsome 这个字。那不分性别的话呢，你可以用 good looking 好看的，或者是 attractive 吸引人的。那当然呢 ，beautiful 也可以用来形容物品或是地方，像是 a beautiful house 很漂亮的一间房子，或者是 a beautiful landscape 漂亮的风景。那单字例句给的是呢 ，This garden is so beautiful. I love all the different colors of flowers. 这座花园太美了，我喜爱所有不同颜色的花。
Right, it means pretty or attractive in some way. Taiwan has many beautiful natural areas. So the idea here is that, sure, you could look at photos of Tuvalu on the internet, you can do that now, but in the metaverse, people could kind of go in there with a little character that's like them and walk around it, explore it, see all the islands as if they were really there. So that's two benefits, and we see the third one. Finally, it could let Tuvalu stay a country even after its land is gone.
那我们这边看到的形容词 gone 代表不复存在的或是消失的，像是呢，你可以问人家 Have you seen my hat？ 你有看到我的帽子吗？ It was on the sofa， 刚刚是在沙发上 ，but it's gone now，现在不见了，消失了。
Yeah, or my parents used to have a cherry tree in their garden, but it's gone now. So if it's this fully digital country, then they can still have passports, they can still have their money that they can use for digital payments, they can still have their own courts and things like that. It will still be a country, just you won't be able to visit it except online. So this all sounds quite interesting, and now we're going to see what was the real reason, another reason for doing this. We see Tuvalu's plan made the news all over the world.
Make the news 代表上新闻，所以吐瓦鲁的这项计划登上了全世界的新闻。
Yeah, we could also say make headlines. In other words, it's in the news. You'll easily find it online. It appears in some newspapers. You might say Taiwan's change to have young people be in the army for 1 year made the news in many countries. So it made the news. A lot of people read about it. We read about it here in Taiwan, and we see this showed people the problems that Tuvalu is facing.
这同时呢，也让人家知道说吐瓦鲁所在面临的问题。
Right, it's a pretty extreme decision. Like, wow, you're putting your whole country online. That means it's serious. That's something that's a really big move. We should pay attention. So that's why we conclude the article and say everyone around the world must work hard to fight climate change.
是的，其实 climate change 的问题是大家世界上每一个人都会面临到的，所以呢，每个人都应该尽力的去对抗它。
Right, so do whatever you guys can, we will do the same. That's the end of this article, so now let's go to our review time activity.
Review time.
So let's review some of today's word power words with questions. We had island. We mentioned some island countries earlier. Which ones have we visited?
Wow, there are so many island countries. So I visited Japan.
Yeah, me too.
South Korea. Is it an island country?
No, it's poking down from the mainland. So
Okay,
no.
so I visited Malaysia.
Again, some bits are islands, but not all of it.
Vietnam?
Nope.
No. Uh-oh.
Philippines?
The Philippines, yes.
Okay, I
Right.
visited the Philippines. Have you been to Britain?
No,
No.
I haven't.
Oh, well, you're missing out. Yeah, obviously I have been to the UK. I was born there. I've also been to Ireland, the island. I've been to Malta. That's
Malta.
an island country. Other islands, St. Lucia in the Caribbean
Ooh,
there's a
cool.
whole set. There are big chains of islands down there. So I've been to one of those. And New Zealand. So,
New Zealand.
Yeah, okay. And do you count Australia? I mean, it's a great big island.
So is it an island country or not?
No, it's not really. It's too
Because
big.
it's too big to be an island.
It's a whole continent by itself. So Australia wouldn't count. It's just too big. Okay, so we had online. What things do we do online?
Wow, I do a lot of online shopping. I
Okay.
buy things online. I buy clothes, I buy shoes, I buy everything.
Banking.
Banking.
Talking to my relatives is done online.
Emailing.
Well, yes, or obviously
Yeah,
a lot of my
send emails,
work is
receive
done
emails.
online, that kind of thing. Which beautiful parts of the world have we been to? What would you say is, wow, this country stood out for being beautiful?
Prague.
Prague.
Czech Republic.
Cool. Not an island country.
No.
Right in the middle of Europe.
Yep.
New Zealand, an island country. Very beautiful. Okay, last one we had the word preserve. What parts of Taiwan's culture should be preserved?
I think Taiwan's indigenous culture should be preserved, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's not many of
very
those
unique.
groups left. It's very special to Taiwan. Let's keep that around. Okay, that's all we've got time for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. For A+ English, I'm Pat.
I'm Elsie.
We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tuvalu may become a digital country if sea levels keep rising. Warm-up question. What problems might climate change cause? Talk about them.
Tuvalu is an island country in the Pacific Ocean. Its 9 islands are threatened by rising sea levels. These are caused by climate change. It's believed that Tuvalu will be underwater by 2100. Because of this, Tuvalu is entering the metaverse. It will become a digital country that might one day only be found online. Entering the metaverse will help the people of Tuvalu preserve their culture. Also, it will let people see the beautiful islands in the digital world. Finally, it could let Tuvalu stay a country even after its land is gone. Tuvalu's plan made the news all over the world. This showed people the problems that Tuvalu is facing. Everyone around the world must work hard to fight climate change.
Word power. Island. Island. Japan has 5 large islands and many smaller ones in the sea around them. Japan has 5 large islands and many smaller ones in the sea around them. Online. Online. My sister sells different types of clothes online. People order them, and she sends the clothes to them. My sister sells different types of clothes online. People order them, and she sends the clothes to them. Preserve. Preserve. People are trying to preserve the old houses around town. People are trying to preserve the old houses around town. Beautiful. Beautiful. This garden is so beautiful. I love all the different colors of flowers. This garden is so beautiful. I love all the different colors of flowers.
认识字汇
Threaten. Threaten. Sea level. Sea level. Underwater. Underwater. Digital. Digital.